Looks like we've got a visitor. Rambo! Come on! Come on, Rambo! Hello, Rambo. He's come to visit me. He's getting more adventurous now. He doesn't usually come into the garage, but he's come to see what I'm doing. He's got his own little sofa in there. He sits in there now, don't you? Bye, Rambo. This is a bracket which I made for the rear. I've painted it with some hammerite. I'll give it about 4 coats of hammerite, so it should be nice and tough and protected. It's all cured now. I tried it on the back there, it fits perfectly. We're going to get this fitted up, and then we're going to fit our rear number plate holder, put the indicators on there. Task right now is to get these indicators wired up and get them all working. I'm going to get them all working. So we've got a fully functional lighting circuit on this bike. That's what we're going to do now. Let's take a look. Okay. I had to actually, it looks like this is not symmetrical, but I made it symmetrical, but when I was marking it out, this is actually offset. Where these two mounting holes are here, they're not central, so which is very strange why they did that. So I had to offset my measurements. Just get the ones underneath now. Next job is to fit this on. I would really put longer bolts in when this is going to be sent out on the road, but this is all a mock-up. Right, I've run all the wiring neatly. I'm going to secure all this under here. I want very little wiring to be seen, if possible. I've run the indicator wiring. Let's find the other one. That's the right indicator that comes out here. That's going to tie in with this. The left one's there, obviously. The illumination light for the license plate or number plate, that's run down here. I'm going to tie that into there. So what I'm going to do now is start cutting and terminating these wires together. Then I'll get some heat shrink. I've got different types of heat shrink here, ready to go. Some Velcro straps, some wire sheathing, make it all look nice and neat. We'll get that done, and then I want to try these lights again, and we can work on the front. I can't wait to get the headlight on and get away from this rear end. So here, when I tie the indicator wiring up, I've got some Velcro straps. I'm going to wrap that round there, keep this nice and neat. Oh, that's beautiful. Right then, people. Patience, we're almost there. Right, I've left quite a bit of length on there. I want to fold this wire back on itself, just so it makes a stronger connection. It's quite thin. Right, that's all that done. Let's see if I got my wires crossed. I'll turn the fuel pump off, put the ignition on. Indicator's going there. Yeah. That's working. That's working, but we've not got anything from this one. Why is that? Oh, the number plate light's working. You can see that. Brilliant. That ain't working. Why is that? I wonder if it's pulled off when I've dragged it through. I'll have a check. Yes, it has. It's pulled off. That's back in there now. I'll put that back in there, but we're going to tidy up the wiring later. It only needs to stay in place. Let's test it out. And we're working. Oh yeah, the horn. Forgetting about the horn, aren't we? I do have a horn. Here it is. I don't think it matters which side these go on. Let's give the horn a try. Whoa. That is loud. Right. So this is going to go round about there like that. That's where it will go. And that shield can just cover this. I want this to remain where it is. Ideally. I think what I'm going to do, because the mounting holes, mounting screws are there, and I need a bracket coming from here to there. So the plan is, where are they? I've got these, which came supplied with the headlight, which will fit by whichever way you fancy on the fork clamps on there. But everybody does that, and I don't like it because everyone does it. Plus, they don't have any rubber protection around them. I could scratch my fork. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this across here, and this hole here is going to be used for the indicators, and this diameter just looks like it's the same diameter as this, and that will be welded on in there. Then that will give me clearance to get the headlight fitted. Right, I'll continue with this tomorrow. Okay, today's task is to get this measured and fit in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these fairing mounts off. The whole thing's going to get chopped away. I'm going to weld in, hopefully weld in today, get this fitted in place. To be honest with you, as soon as this is fitted in place, I can get the lights mounted up, and this bike is practically good to go on the road. I may just give it a quick road test before I strip it for painting. That's what I might do, we'll see. Yeah, I've got the levers to fit everything like that. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to chop this down and get this fitted the best way you possibly can. Let's crack on. Right, okay, so this is going to come off. All the wiring is going to come out of our way. I may cut this back. It doesn't need to be like that, and I think if I cut that back I can get the light fitted in there closer. This is going to get measured either side so I can get those brackets welded in here. Right, so that's the wiring out of there. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I intend to shrink this down. We don't want loads of wiring bunched up around here. I need to put that in a safe place. Right, so we've got 222mm width on this. We'll get this to 111. Get that to 111. So I've made a mark there. This is 20mm, so 10mm either side from the outside here. That's going to be my centre line now. So I've scribed a little line. And there's another one there, so I'm going to make those a little bit more bolder. Right, so I want to try and cut this off first, this little bracket. I want to keep that and make them in handy for something later. Should be $222. Well done all, very good. Excellent. I love accuracy, right. So, next job. I always keep stuff like this. I've got a box of metal junk down there. You never know when you might need some brackets, so. Next thing, where's those headlight mounts? Oh, look at that. Look at that. That should weld onto there. Brilliant. That is absolutely perfect. What have I just dropped? Right, so I need to make sure these are both the same. What I'm going to do, clamp them together. Pretty good that actually, isn't it? That's not bad, is it? Clamp them together, grind them both. Make sure they're close as can be. That looks alright. Looks alright, Phil. Right, I'm happy with that. Right, next trick is to grind this up, clean that bit of weld off there, and get it square. Pretty square that, good. Right, so I'm just going to measure this again, make sure it is all where it needs to be. It would be difficult for me to get this totally true, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tack weld these pieces on and then fit it, position everything, and then I'll fully weld it up later. Right, it goes that way actually, doesn't it? Yeah. Right, my indicator, this hole at the top here, I think that's where I'm going to put the indicators. Might have to drill that a little bit bigger. So far so good. Making this look easy, aren't I? So no fabrication job is without its problems. So what I've got here, the width of this is spot on, but I can't get these to line up because the bracket is clashing with this. So what I need to do, I've decided to cut out a slot here, push that in and weld it up, because it's quite deep is this, and I don't need all this excess space. I don't actually need that. I could chop this off and just flat plate it, which is an option, but I think I may just cut a slot in there, push it in and then weld it up, so I've got myself some clearance to get this on there, something like that, something like that. Right, so I am making, without a doubt, an incredible mess here. I've decided to cut off a lot more than I intended with this, but just to get full clearance, so I can adjust this headlight wherever I need it to be. Here we have another flat piece of steel. I've bent it and shaped it so that it fits the headlight here. I'm going to weld this in, just like that. I have got some gaps which I'll deal with those later. Let me just try and get this in for you so I can see it better. This piece will get welded in just like that, and then I will fill these gaps in. Look at what I'm doing here. So I've welded that up. It's going pretty well actually. So I've got 30 amps, 31 amps. I'm going to weld this top part, then I'll cut some metal out for this here. It's very hot that. I might beat this down a little, it should meet up the gap. I just wish I didn't cut that bugger out there. I could have beaten that down actually, but I'll fix it. Yeah, that's going pretty well. Alright, so the angle grinder has packed in, it's dead. I ain't going to take that apart, try and find out what's wrong with it. It's not the fuse, nothing like that. There's a little bit of an arc or a spark inside there. Class it as beyond repair. So I've used the hacksaw to cut out this tiny little piece here, look, to fill that gap in. Look how brilliant that is. So yeah, I'm going to weld that in now, and that should be done. I'll tidy up those welds. I'm going to grind this down so it can't really be seen, and go out and get another grinder because I need one of those, definitely need one of those for fabrication. Let's get this welded in. And I can just simply tap it into place. Oh, that's good, spot on. Pretty good. So what I'm going to do is grind these down when I get my new angle grinder, and then mount it up again. Right, so I've got myself a new angle grinder. I've gone for Makita. Start to collect a lot of Makita's tools now. I could even do a Makita angle grinder review, but not going to.
Oh, the grinding disc, I don't really use them. Got the instructions. I'm start using this.
Bear with me. Let's hope we've got clearance. Clarence. That's fine, that's fine. Oh yes, yes. Brilliant. Exactly what I wanted. So I can move this now. Before I tack this on, in fact, yeah, I can just weld that as it is. Got full range of movement with that lamp. That's spot on. Brilliant. So originally, we were going to go with this, which is fine. But the problem is, looking at the bike from the side, the headlight sticks out too much, in my opinion. So I'm going to tuck it all in. What I've thought about doing is, I can't bring this down anymore. So if I drop the headlight and weld it from here, then it brings the headlight in, tucks it in a bit more, and then what I might do is cut this bracket down and bring it back further, because it just looks like it's sticking out like a lantern or something. It doesn't look right. The difficult thing is getting this lined up. I don't have any magnets to hold this in place, so I've marked out this end, put a couple of lines on here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to weld this to it and then bring it back and mark out the other side. I've got to make sure I can completely fully adjust this headlight. I don't want any MOT failures on headlights shining the wrong way. Right, so it's going to look something like that. Obviously, this area is exposed. It will have the instrument cluster on there, which will cover it up. I still feel that that's a little far forward, but maybe it's just me, I don't know. I'm looking at it too much. It might not be a problem, to be fair. It looks okay from the front. I kind of like it. I think the screen's not too bad, actually. Has it got a good stance or a better one? I'm going to take this off, I think, this little thing on the bottom. I don't like headlights that are far too low like most modern bikes are now. They're sticking right in and they put them too low. They're practically here. It looks stupid. That looks good. Yeah, that's what we're going to have. It's going to be like that. Let's weld it up. Weld it up. Right, that is all welded up. It's so hot in here, you won't believe it. That is red hot as well, so I'm going to let that cool down before I do anything with it, but it's welded up nice. As you can see, I hate saying that, as you can see. So I'll dump this outside or something, let it cool down. I'm going to have a refreshing drink and then we'll assemble that headlight. I think, well, I'll grind the headlight, the welds on the headlights, so I think we'll assemble it all in the bike and fully test it all out, see what happens. Yeah. One thing I do like to do is recycle parts that I removed from the bike and place them somewhere else. So these little hinges which are cut off, they went here as part of the original fairing mount. What I've done is I'm going to use these to mount the indicators. I'm going to fit them, let's have a look. I'm going to fit them on here like that, weld them there, so the indicator will mount to the side of it. Yeah? That's where they're going to go there. Let's get welding. So we'll tidy the wiring up. I like that, you know what? I do. I like it. So this can be adjusted, it can pitch up, down, left, right. The wiring, I'm going to shorten it and tidy it up and put it into some sort of orderly fashion. But you know what? I think that looks really cool. Let's give the electrics a try. It's good. Yeah, but above all, I think it looks pretty cool. Oh, electrics don't work until I fire up at the other. There we go, high beam on. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to push it out there, get it off the paddock stand, push it out, and have a good look at it in the open. Right everybody, I am under strict orders to cease work immediately. I've been told by the wife that she wants to go for a beer and she's on the way home, so I must go and get changed and clear up. But luckily, it's the end of this episode because I have got this completed. I've achieved my goals today and fitted this headlight, so there's no more work to do on it other than probably paint it up. Right, I'm going to put this to one side now, clear up, get ready for my beer, which I'm excited about, and yeah, we'll crack on with it tomorrow.
Don't forget your first love. We were young and wild, we were born